Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Bryant with SFOT Source, your premier unofficial guide to Six Flags Over Texas. And we're doing another info vlog. This time we're going to look at Holiday in the Park 2018 at Six Flags Over Texas. Last week I should say, we did an info vlog over Six Flags Fiesta Texas, so now we got to do the other park. I hope everybody in the DFW area and around Texas is staying warm because my goodness, it's been really cold. And my thermometer says 36 degrees, but I'm not sure about that. I think it might be more like 34, 35. I actually have some soup cooking on the stove right now because I gotta stay warm, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna dive right in. Holiday in the Park at Six Flags Over Texas begins this Friday, November 16th, and runs on select dates through January 6th. Now, there's lots of things that will end on December 23rd, lots of activities. I'll try to point those out as we go. So let's jump right in and talk about the entertainment lineup at Holiday in the Park. Returning for like the, I don't know how many seasons now, is All I Want for Christmas in the Southern Palace Theater, and I feel like a lot of people do like this show. It has a little more dialogue. You actually go to a toy store, and there's lots of magical things. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but there's lots of Christmas songs and such. Really fun show. Like I said, Southern Palace Theater. Make sure you guys get to the shows early so that you're guaranteed to have a seat. Now, over on the courthouse stage, the Holiday Hams are coming back this year. Now, the Holiday Hams actually kind of took a hiatus from Holiday in the Park. They used to be around a handful of years ago, but they actually came back last year. They're back again this year, and it's a really fun time because it's kind of a comical mix to Christmas and holiday music. If you head over to the front gate each night until December 23rd, you can go to the tree lighting ceremony. And basically what that is Santa Claus comes out, he does a ceremony, and they light the holiday tree of trees. Like I said, that ends on December 23rd. Also up at front gate at the Silver Star Carousel stage, closing out each night, is a Jolly Holiday. And you guessed it, this is a show with some dancing and live actors. And they sing a lot of holiday tunes. Really nice way to close out the night. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Hey, oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. We have show times for every show and attraction at Six Flags Over Texas at SFOT Source, so make sure you guys go check that out if you're interested in what time each show is playing each night. So we're going to jump into the other entertainment section of this video, and we're going to talk about Deep in the Heart of Christmas first. This will actually be the third year that this attraction comes back, and this is over in the Boomtown area. Basically, they take over 8 miles of Christmas lights, put them all over everything. There's photo ops, there's a huge canopy of lights, there's lights on the roofs of buildings, and it's definitely one of the more impressive things at the park during Holiday in the Park. So make sure you guys walk through Boomtown during the evening when you go. Over in the Texas section, kind of by the entrance to Gold River Adventure, is Lone Star Lights. Now, basically what this is all of the buildings and the trees in this general area are programmed to Christmas music, and they jump around and go crazy, and it's just a really cool thing. And we actually have the show times for this if you go to that show schedule, so you can see what time it starts each night. the Tree of Trees Light Spectacular is kind of the same thing as Lone Star Lights. It's just up at the front of the park on the 60-foot tall Tree of Trees. And basically, there's a few different themed shows. I remember last year they had a Christmas, or not obviously Christmas, they had a country themed show, country music Christmas themed show, and then they had one with some more current stuff, and I think those are the only two I saw. I do believe there's one more. I do have the show times for the Tree of Trees on that show schedule as well. So we're going to jump right into the holiday activities segment of this video, and I think that Six Flags Over Texas has actually done a great job with this type of stuff during Holiday in the Park over the last handful of years. Last year came the Merry Marketplace. Now if you guys don't know what this is, it's basically just like a huge section in the Texas area of the park over kind of by Crazy Horse Saloon, Courthouse Stage, and it's just full of all kinds of activities and entertainment and specialty foods, and I'm gonna kind of break that down for you guys right now. So there's all kinds of dining options, and I'm going off of what they said last year, or what was offered last year, because we actually haven't gotten any new specific information for 2018, so we don't know what's changing. So this is kind of a shot in the dark, but I am gonna discuss with you guys what happened last year. They did have a fire pit. You could purchase s'mores and cook s'mores on the fire. They had the Cozy Cafe, where you could actually get soup in a bread bowl. You could get loaded baked potatoes. A lot of this stuff was on the dining pass as well. Texas brisket, barbecue, loaded baked potato, and this thing is heavy. It's a lot of food. Looks really good. It's a baked potato with shredded cheese, brisket, barbecue sauce, and sour cream. There was the Red Hot Cinnamon Stop, which if you go over to the exit of the log ride, there's actually a Dippin' Dot stand right there. They rethemed that stand, and there were all kinds of cinnamon roll selections at this stand, and they were on the dining pass. They were delicious. I specifically remember the cinnamon rolls. This is the butter pecan cinnamon roll, and that's really ridiculous, but we'll see how it tastes. When I say ridiculous, I mean it looks really good. If you go over to Miss Abby's, which we've highlighted in a lot of our past videos, that's where they have the brownies and the cookies. They actually have Christmas flavors and on those cookies, so make sure you guys roll in and check that out as well. A few of the other things that they had in the Merry Marketplace last year were the nativity scene. Now this was kind of over towards the direction of Rodeo in the old blacksmith shop. They actually had a live nativity scene, and it didn't last very long. So when you see the times for the nativity scene while you're at the park, make sure you get there on time, because last year they did not stay out very long. We also had the Johnson Creek Critter Corral, which was a small petting zoo across from Crazy Horse Saloon. They had a lot of cute animals. You could pet them, and just a nice little touch for the Merry Marketplace. Also in the Merry Marketplace is the Reindeer Holidays Dance Party. This happens twice a night. We're gonna put that in our show times actually, but basically it's just a dance party with all of Santa's reindeer. There were a few different photo opportunities in the Merry Marketplace. One of them was a huge mistletoe over at the Johnson Creek School. You could actually get your picture taken under that humongous Texas-sized mistletoe. There was a 1925 fire truck, so you could actually get up next to that really cool vintage fire truck, get your photo taken. And then of course we have to talk about Santa's Outpost, and this is located in Crazy Horse Saloon. Up until December 23rd, you can actually go meet Santa Claus, get your photo taken, and make sure when you guys get to the park that you go to the front of Crazy Horse Saloon, because you do need to reserve a spot. There are a few other things in Merry Marketplace. You could get some coffee in the Crazy Horse Saloon and some other snacks. You could also purchase some specialty things for Holiday in the Park. And if you want to know more info about that, make sure you check out our Holiday in the Park guide at sfotsource.com. Link is in the description below. So I'm sure you remember the fire pit and s'mores situation I was talking about in Merry Marketplace. You can actually find fire pits located in various places in the park. So if you're getting a little chilly, there's probably going to be a fire pit pretty close by. The last thing we'll talk about is Frosty Snow Hill. Head over to the Shockwave area by Music Mill Amphitheater. They actually build a real snow hill that you can sled down. and it's a lot of fun, especially for children and families, and it's one of the more unique attractions at Holiday in the Park. There's all kinds of specialty foods at Holiday in the Park, and we have some of that stuff listed on our guide. There's all kinds of vendors all over the park. There's great food, quesadillas, cowboy burritos. There's these cone things where they put all kinds of random stuff in them. You've probably seen that actually in some of our past videos. They had some of these stands out during Fright Fest, and we went over them. So feel free to look back in our Fright Fest videos and you can see some of those food options. We do believe that most of those are going to stick around through Holiday in the Park. As always, anything is bound to change, so make sure you check us out on social media, because we will cover those changes, and we will also update our guide at SFOT Source anytime we get new information. We recently started a brand new store because some of you guys were actually asking for this. So if you go to sfotsource.com/store, you can actually see t-shirts, accessories, hats, all kinds of stuff with our various logos on them. And it's just one way you can support our channel. And right now, if you go on and purchase some things, there's actually a 15% off coupon code right at the top of the store. Make sure you type that in and you'll get 15% off of your order. We also have a Patreon that has its own perks if you do support us that way. You can find the link to that also in the description below. And like I said, we appreciate you guys just watching the channel. The videos will always be free. But an extra special thank you to those of you who do support us beyond just casually watching our channel. We thank you guys for watching, and we hope to see you out at Holiday in the Park.